Part 4 of our Indian Constitution. Part 4 of our Indian Constitution included directive principles of state policies. These directive principles of state policies, welfare oriented principles. Article 36 to 51 deals about directive principles of state policies, welfare oriented principles. No law can be forced to implement these directive principles of state policies. No state can put pressure, no judiciary system can put pressure on the ruling governments at state level to enforcement of directive principles of state policies. The directive principles of state policies can be implemented fully. Availability of the resources. When there is availability of financial resources, directive principles can be implemented. Directive principles of state policies classified into three categories. They are Gandhian principles, liberal principles, and etc. Now discuss about the each and every article of the directive principles of state policy are part 4 of our Indian Constitution. First, Article 36 deals about a definition. What is meant by directive principles of state policies? Article 37, application of the principles of the contained in this part. Article 38 of the Constitution state to secure a social orders for the promotion of the welfare of the people. Article 39 of the Constitution, certain principles of policy to be followed by the states, which was followed to be by the state. Article 39A, equal justice and legal aid. Equal justice and free legal aid. That is one of the directive principles of state policy. Article 40 of the Constitution, organization of village panchayats. To establishment of village panchayats. So, before amendment of 73rd and 74th constitutional amendment, Article 40 explains about village panchayats. Later we added constitutionally recognized village panchayats according to 73rd constitutional amendment, and Article 41 of the Indian Constitution, right to vote, to education and to public assistance in certain cases. That is Article 41. Article 42 discusses about the provision for just and human conditions of work and maternity. So wherever working places located in factories, mines, etc., they should provide based on human conditions maternity relief and rest hours in working places and limitation of working time. That is deals about this article. Article 43, living wage for workers. Living wage for equal pay for equal work. So how much work they have been decided, they have been allotted to the workers. They should impose, they should give some amount based on equal pay for equal work. That is Article 43. Article 43A, participation of workers in management of industries. Participation of workers in management of industries. It means workers must be inherent in administration of factories or industries. If they may be part in the industries, they can develop their families, and that is helpful to upliftment of the labor families. Article 44 deals about the Uniform Civil Code. It was applied in one of the state, Goa. So later it may be decided to apply almost all the states. It was implemented in Goa, Uniform Civil Code. And Article 45 of the Constitution, provision for free and compulsory education for children. Provision for free and compulsory education for children. So according to Article 21A, that is also explains about the to provide free and compulsory education for children who are belongs to below 14 years of age, 6 to 14 years of age. That is Article 45. And Article 46, promotion of educational and economic interests of scheduled caste and scheduled tribes and other weaker sections. Promotion of educational economic interests of so on this basis, Government of India made and inserted several articles to provide economic security and to provide educational opportunities providing by the Government of India according to constitutional recognition that deals by initially recommended by the directive principles. These directive principles are directions to the government. Article 47, duty of the state to raise the level of nutrition and standard of living and to promote public health. So government should take care of public health to provide nutrition food to all the people. That is responsibility of the government. So government should take care of according to constitution two directive principle. Article 48 of the constitution, organization of agriculture and animal husbandry. Organization of agriculture and animal husbandry. So Article 48A, protection and improvement of environment and safeguarding the forest and welfare. That is environmental protection, that deals about the environmental protection. Article 49 deals 49 protection of monuments and places and objects of national importance, which was recognized by the Government of India historically, or which was historical monument. So based on national independence, that must be protected by the Government of India. So that is Article 49. Article 50 of the Article 50 of the Constitution, separation of judiciary from the executive. Separation of judiciary from the executive. So they should act each independently without interference of judiciary by the executive. So Article 51. Article 51 according to this article deals about the international peace and security. So all the states must cooperate to promote peace and prosperity and coordination among all the states according to this directive principles. So the enforcement of these directive principles in our country based on availability of the financial resources. No law can be forced, no judiciary system can be forced to implement these directive principles of state policy in the particular state without force, because these directive principles are non-judiciable. We cannot protect these directive principles through judiciary system. These are welfare oriented principles.